when the people are curious about what is the blessing, true blessing, then the Buddha advised how to bring the true blessing to the life. So according to my teacher, he interpreted this words, Mangala. He break down into some more into the words. The mang is misery or suffering, or it's a misery or suffering. And ga is going. La is preventing. So it means Mangala means the factors that prevent you to go into the misery. That means you go into the happiness, or it's a blessing. If you go to the background story, in Buddha's time in 600 BC, in in northern India, the people was curious about what is the good luck, what is the good fortune. Even nowadays also we have different sign, numbers. We think this is a good fortune than other thing. That's why some people were using wearing red also. They think it's a good fortune, good luck, right? So Metta, the Kinrara Metta members always having good luck because their T-shirt is red color. Especially you especially believe this one during Chinese New Year, right? They're wearing red, right? It's kind of considered good luck. If somebody wearing black on the Chinese New Year day, it's not something good, right? And so in like this, in the ancient India, people think that what is seeing, what something pleasant seeing is a good luck. They believe that sometime when you're going out, if you meet some pleasant person, then they think it's a good luck, so it's a kind of blessing. In Sri Lanka, it's they believe when they're going out, if they encounter a chicken, they think it's a good luck. Chicken, the male chicken, they think it's a good luck. Yeah. If they encounter a woman with water, they think it's good luck. It's something. There are people in a different society. They have all these things. I think the Chinese society also they have kind of the things, the good luck, right? And sometimes I see even numbers also bring good luck, and some numbers are not good luck. It's a bad luck. Sometimes I wonder when I come to Malaysia. When I go to certain buildings, there is no fourth floor. Third floor, no fourth floor. After that, fifth floor. 3A. So people believe that 4 is not a good number. Yeah. So it's not a China. It was in India as well. If they encounter samana, because they are always begging one, nothing, they always don't have any possession. So they think that some bowing head, and all this maybe ancient time people don't have much clothes, so roughly wearing the thing. So they think it's bad luck, encountering a monk. But later Buddha said, Samanana is a blessing. So like this, people believe different things. It's a good luck. Some people believe the Dittha Mangalika. Dittha Mangalika is kind of people believe what is seen is blessing. And other people believe what is hearing is a blessing. Even now also Sri Lanka people, when they start doing something, the small lizard always on the wall. If they make the sound, they think it's a good sound. It's a blessing. Yeah, it's a blessing. Yeah. And also if a chicken make a sound like koko, also considered as a good luck. Yeah, so there are kind of people believe what is they hear is a good luck. Some people believe what they smell is good luck. So there are mainly three groups: Mutta Mangalikas, Sutta Mangalika, and Ditta Mangalika. What is seen, smell, and hear is a blessing. So this was become a big issue among that society. The people talking and arguing and debating about this. So how much debate it was controversial. It's not only human; it goes to the Deva world also. So when the human having some big problem, the Deva also always looking at the human world. Sometimes they'll, residing some temples, trees. So maybe they also hear all our what we talking. So these days we are more talking about election. So maybe they were also talking about the election. So they also start to argue with what is blessing. They also divided into few groups, and they said this is the blessing, and all these things. And then finally, they all go to the king of the heaven, the Sakka. In the Tawatinsa heaven, there's one king. He is the king of all the devas, and the other devas go to him and ask, "What is the true blessing?" He said, "I don't know. I know one person who knows it." And you go to the Buddha and ask this question. And then they all go to the Buddha. They go in the middle of the night when nobody's around. Normally, Buddha's timetable divided into 5 main parts. So at night time, 10 to 2 o'clock is reserved for the devas. So normally people are sleeping, Buddha is resting, and then deva come to the Buddha, where the Buddha is staying there, and having approach and ask, there is a problem among us, among the man and among the people. So what is the true blessing? Then the Buddha teaches this true blessing. What is the true blessing? Okay, the word Mangala means blessing, auspicious sign, or good omen. In ancient India, people want to know what constitutes a real blessing that makes life happy for them. This issue was raised among deities, devas in the heavenly planes. For 12 years, the deities argue. You see, they also very good in arguing, debating. 12 years they argued and debated and discussed about it. Some referred blessing as what is pleasurable to the senses, things that are pleasing to the eyes, ears, and nose, and tongues, and body. However, no satisfactory answers could be obtained. Then Devas, Tawatinsa heaven realm approached Sakka, the leader of Devas, for his view. Sakka advised to Devas to consult the Buddha. Then, thus, the middle of the night, excellent deities with his surpassing splendors come to visit the Buddha and monastery of Anathapindika, Chetas Grove near Savatthi, and he asked the Buddhas for the meaning of the blessing. In response, the Buddha delivered the discourse of Mangala Sutta. And this sutta also very important to know about Buddha's approach to the people. Sometimes Buddha giving advice to the monks. When the Buddha advised to the monks, Buddha totally focused on the renouncing life and how to achieve the enlightenment more past ways. So most of the sutras, especially which is recorded one, is delivered to the monks. So these sutras, Buddha mainly talking about the more advanced spiritual level, to develop the Eightfold Path, to develop, the more advanced level. But Buddha spent 45 years in India. Buddha went to town, to village, house to house, even to person. Buddha went to deliver his message. And Buddha is a social transformer. He wants people to think indifferently. Buddha didn't ask all the people to quickly get enlightened. Buddha didn't have intention also to make enlighten all the people, which is impossible as well. Even Buddha is such a so compassionate, so wisdom, such a capable person. Buddha knew that he cannot enlighten all the people in the world. Not in the world, even in the India. Not in the India, even just by the side. His neighbor also didn't enlighten. You know, the Chundakarmara, the one of the pig slaughter. He was just beside the Buddha's temple, the Anathapindika's temple. But he never met the Buddha. Buddha also never met him. There are some people who can enlighten in this very life. There are some other people, they cannot enlighten in this life because they don't have enough merits to realize the Buddha's teaching. So Buddha didn't reject or neglect them, those who cannot realize the Buddha nirvana at this life. Instead, Buddha teach them how to live a good life, how to live a meaningful, happy life, how to at least, if you cannot enlighten, how to at least live with this life, good life, and after that you have to go to heaven and stay in the heaven rather than suffering. So this sutta is directly for those, for the lay people, to have how to have a good life. And this actually eventually leads to the Nibbana as well. But most of the factors is how to lead a good life, how to have a more meaningful, peaceful life as a layperson. So this is a compressed advice. There are 38 advices Buddha given to the lay people how to have a blissful or blessing to the life. So the sutta always start, evam me sutang, which is in the first Sangha Council, Venerable Ananda explores all these sutras. That's why it starts evam me sutang. Okay, so now we go to the suttas. Okay, we try to recite this sutta first. You repeat after me. Evaṃ me sutaṃ ekaṃ samayaṃ bhagavā sāvattiyaṃ viharati jetavane Anathapindikassa ārāme Atako aññatara devata Abhikkhantāya Rattiya Abhikkhantavannā Kevala kappang jetavanaṃ obāsettvā yena bhagavā te nupasaṅkamī upasaṅkamitva bhagavantaṃ abhivādetva ekamantaṃ attāsī ekamantaṃ thitā-kosā devata bhagavantaṃ gātāya ajabhāsi. Recite together. Evaṃ me sutaṃ ekaṃ samayaṃ bhagavā sāvantiyaṃ viharati jetavane anāta pindikaṃ ārāme atako aññatara devata abhikantaya rattiya abhikantavanna kevala kampang jetavanaṃ obhasetva yena bhagavate nupasankami upasankaminva bhagavantaṃ abhivadenva ekamantaṃ attasi ekamantaṃ tithākosa devata bhagavantaṃ gātāya anjabhasi. Okay. This is an introductory part to the sutta. This one can basically break down into 3 parts. This until here, evaṃ me sutaṃ ekaṃ samayaṃ bhagavā sāvatyaṃ viharati jetavane anāta pindikassa ārāme. So this is the background, there's a location. So evaṃ me sutaṃ, evaṃ me sutaṃ, thus I have heard, ekaṃ samayaṃ bhagavā sāvatyaṃ viharati jetavane anāta pindikassa ārāme. Buddha was dwelling in the monastery of Anāta Pindika in Jeta's Grove near Savatthi. If you go to India, you can still see the place in Savatthi, this big monastery. This monastery was built by Anāta Pindika, but the place was named as a Jetavana. It's because it is a Jeta's grove. This original owner of the land was Jeta. It's Prince Jeta, and then he sold it to the one of the wealthy man, Anāta Pindika. When the Anāta Pindika wanted to buy this land to build a temple, I think Jeta he raised his old demanding, and he actually initially he refused to sell, but later Jeta asked to how to price this land, to spread the gold coins all over the land. So the Anāta Pindika is very wealthy, he's a billionaire, and he spread the gold coins all over the land. So that is how it's priced. It says 180 million that time money. What time? 180 million. 180 million. Whatever the money currency that time. So it's very expensive land. And then later, I think he asked the place called Jeta's Grove. So that's why it's a Jetavana, Jeta's Grove. So Jeta is a very demanding person. So then he sell it to the Anāta Pindika, and he built a temple in Savatthi. This Jetavana monastery is one of the prominent monastery Buddha lived. Buddha lived many places, but out of his 45 years, 24 vasa he spent in Anāta Pindika's temple, Jetavana temple. So that place is almost like the headquarters of the Buddha, at that time. And there are so many monks also always residing there. So Buddha one time was living there. And the second part, Atako Anyatara Devata Abhikkantaya Rattiya Abhikkantavanna Kevala Kappan Jetavanang Obasitva Yena Bhagava Tenupa Sankami. The second part explain about the Devas approaching. Atako, after that, the Anyatara Devata Abhikkantaya Rattiya Abhikkantavanna Kevala Kappan Jetavanang Obasitva. At night was at far span, that means it's around midnight, a certain deities whose surpassing splendors. Normally, Devas is supposed to have light. Actually, Deva means also light. So when the Devas, lot of Devas are approaching, the whole temple was illuminated with light. Maybe they come as a group. So then Kevala Kappan Jetavana, the entire Jeta gross was illuminated. Yena Bhagava Tenupasankami came to the presence of the Blessed One. Upasankamitva Bhagavantang Abhivaditva Ekamantang Attase. And drawing near, respectfully saluted and stood at one side. Normally, in the Buddha's time, when somebody go to the Buddha or somebody go to some spiritual teacher, there are way to sit down, way to stand. It's not directly in front. It's not very near. It's not very far. It's not behind as well. It is in the front. It's not straight, but by the side. Something like here. This is the respectable way to to meet a respectable teacher. That's called this is the respectable place. By the side, it's not very far, it's not very near. And then the Devas also stood by the side. And Bhagavantang Gathaya Ajabasi. And then they address the Blessed One in verses. Upasankamitva Bhagavantang Abhivaditva Ekamantang Attasi Ekamantang Tithako Devata Bhagavantang Gathaya Ajabasi. Do you want to know the meaning of the each words? You want to go the meaning by words? Okay. Yeah. It takes some time. Yeah, and so I think the more important thing is the whole idea, and if you go word by words, the meaning is a bit unclear because this is words mixed in a more like poetic way. It's not just like a grammatical way. So evang me sutang, evang is thus me I sutang heard. Ekang Samyam Bhagava, one time the Blessed One, you see, the Blessed One, Savatyang at Savati Viharati was stayed. Jetavane. So somehow, I think better we go to the meaning. So when the Buddha was living in the Jetavana monastery in the Anathapindika's temple, and the kind of devas approached to the Buddha at the middle of the night with the splendorous lights to the whole Jetavana monastery, and having approached the Buddha, stood by the one side, and then they speak verses. They say verses. So in that verses, first verses is their question. Bahu deva manusacha mangalani achintayung akankamana sottanang bruhi mangala muttamang. Okay, repeat after me to recite these verses. Bahudeva manusacha Mangalani achintayung. Akanka mana sottanang. Akanka mana sottanang. Bruhi mangala muttamang. Again. Bahu deva manusacha. Mangalani achintayung. Akanka mana sottanang. Bruhi mangala muttamang. Recite together. Bahudeva manusacha mangalani achintayung akankamana sottanang bruhi mangala muntamang. Okay. Bahudeva manusacha Mangalani achintayung. Many deities and men yearning after good or looking after good or fortune. Bahu means many. Deva is deva. Manusa is manusa. Manusa is a human. Mangalani achintayung. They are yearning for the good blessing. Akanka mana sottanang bruhi mangala muttamang. Have pondered on blessing. They wonder what is blessing. And Bruhi Mangala Muttamang. Bruhi is, please tell me the supreme blessing. Mangala is blessing. Uttamang is supreme. Mangalam Uttamang. So then this M coming when it comes to the poetic words, the Muttamang. So then one Deva come to in front of the Buddha and says these verses. Many deities, many people are wondering what is good, what is blessing. They are wondering what is blessing. Please tell us the blessing. What is the factors for the blessing? So normally when the people are come to Buddha, sometimes Deva come to the Buddha and they asking questions sometimes. Sometimes they give a statement. Certain sutras, Deva give a statement and then Buddha approve it. And when Devas or any person come to Buddha and asking questions, sometimes Buddha directly answer that question. Another time Buddha think this question is not much relevant. So then instead of answering that question, Buddha giving something else information. And then sometime asking question and then Buddha asks counter question. So in this case, they asking what is a blessing factor. Actually, they asking what is the blessing, like a good fortune. What kind of things I can bring the good fortune? Like, maybe they also come to take like amulet. Nowadays also people go to temple, especially Thai temple. They have a lot of amulets, to wear. There are some amulets, even the bulletproof amulet also. So I saw in one of the story, one of the army personnel in USA, they go to Thailand and there was one powerful temple and they get amulet to wear that is bulletproof. So the bullets never enter the body. So then this person is very curious about it and go to that temple and buy that one. And he go to the USA, he tell all the people this is a bulletproof amulet, the protection. And then, so then he want to check it, whether it is working. So then he wear it, and somebody asked somebody else to shoot him. And so then he shoot. Yeah, you know what happened? That person is die. So there are certain things, but so I think these Deva also come to Buddha to find out like what is the blessing sight, what is the blessing hearing, what is the blessing smell, and all these things. So instead, Buddha answered how to bring a true blessing to the life without following any rituals or any amulet or any color or numbers or anything. How to bring the true blessing to the life. Then next verses, there are I think 11 verses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. So out of 12, first one is question. 11 verses, Buddha explaining blessing factor. So there are 38 blessing factors. And these first two verses, the second and third in your booklet, second and third verses, it's explaining 6 factors of blessing. So this sutta Buddha mentioned is very systematically. These first 6 blessing is just like a foundation for our life. It's a foundation blessing or essential blessing or like a grounding blessing for our life. So these 6 one, everyone, even though you are a monk, even though you are a layperson or woman or man, must have this blessing in order to progress in life, in order to have a meaningful life. What are these the factors? I think there is another document I saw. It's very he compiled a nice way. Yeah, they call it essential blessing. So essential blessing is to avoid the company of fools, to associate with the wise, to honor those who are worthy of honor, to live in a suitable place, to have have done good deeds or merits in the past, and to be the right path, to be on the right path. If you go to the verses, we now recited this one, right? Asevanacha balana? Okay. Asevanacha balanang, not to follow or associate the fool. And panditanancha sevana. Pandita is a wise person. Sevana is association. Bala is the fool. Asevana is not associate. And puja, pujaniyanang, honoring to those who are worthy to honor. Etam mangala muttama. So you can see that it's very, very, very essential and most important thing in life is not to associate with the fool. In spiritual life, or not only spiritual life, I mean the day-to-day life also, the first thing we need to do is not to associate the fool. And then, of course, is associate with wise people. Because here actually fool is not just like no brain one, or there are some people the deformed brain. It's not that kind of fool. It's they can be very, very very strategic. But these fools they are the people who cannot differentiate good and bad. That is the criteria for the foolishness. They don't know what is good and bad. And they basically immoral people, the fool. On the other hand, wise is those who are virtuous, those who are, they can categorize what is good and bad. So there are so many events in the suttas, other suttas Buddha explain about the fools and wise. So in one occasion Buddha said, the characteristic of the fool is their bodily action is unwholesome. And their mental action is unwholesome and their verbal action is unwholesome. They're always doing bodily, they are unwholesome action they're doing, like killing, sexual misconduct, or stealing, or any other bodily action is lead to unwholesome. And if they're talking something, the verbally also they talk unwholesome things. Either speak about false, lies, or speak about slanderous speech, talking about a bad thing about others, or dividing other people, always talking about also unwholesome thing. And their thoughts, of course, is unwholesome. Always thinking about the hatred, greediness, and also the negative thinking always filled in their mind. So you can see this. There are certain people always doing wrong thing, talking about bad thing about others, talking about something very, the not beneficial one, maybe ideal chattering, and those who are always thinking, negative thinking, these are the people are foolish people. And on the other hand, those people have a good, wholesome bodily action, wholesome verbal action, wholesome mental action. These are the people called wise people. And another sutta Buddha explain the wise man. There are 4 virtues the wise man have. It's Shraddha, Sila, Tyaga, Prajna. Normally, wise people, naturally, they are very faithful. They have a lot of Shraddha. They have very good confidence of faith to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. That Shraddha is not just very shallow confidence, shallow Shraddha. It's very strong Shraddha. They are not always, sometimes, some people, they have Shraddha. So when they come to temple, they are so much devoted. They are so much, they have so much devotion to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Sometimes they treat so nice to the Sangha also. And there's so much Shraddha. But after some time, if there is a small incident in the temple or center, and they forget all the other thing, and they start to blame to Buddha. First thing they blame to Buddha and the Dhamma, and of course Sangha also blame. There are some people, they start to go to certain Sanghas and it becomes so devoted and helping so much and so much praise about that Sangha. But after some time, if that Sangha members couldn't help her back or something, something forget or something, small mistake, then start to say all the bad words. So this is not the strong Shraddha. Shraddha is the confidence or faith coming with good understanding. It's not just superficial liking. Those wise people have a good, strong understanding about Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. They have strong Shraddha. And they are virtuous people. Here, virtuous means at least they're protecting 5 precepts. The 5 precepts, refraining from killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, and lying, and intoxication. So they are naturally wise people. Those who are wise people, naturally they are virtuous, and also they are naturally so generous. They're not stingy people. They generous to the temple. They're generous to the outside people. Generous to the friends, relatives. Not only to the generous to those who are in the temple or to the offering to the monks, they normally generous in the day-to-day life. They share their knowledge, they share their experience with others. They always willing to share whatever they have with other people. They are the people are more wise people. And of course, the fourth factor is they have very good wisdom. That's why they call wise. So these wise people have four qualities. Buddha said, Shraddha, Sila, Tyaga, Padna. So those who don't have these four qualities, of course, are kind of foolish people. And did the Buddha mention these two factors? When you associate with the fool, it's just like, in the Buddha's time, there was a very good smell kind of grass called kusa. When the Buddha was staying under the Bodhi tree, two people come and offer some grasses, so that's kusa. It's a very good smell grasses. So Buddha said that somebody wrapped the rotten fish on the grass with that kusa grass. It's just like you associated with the fool. So what happened to the kusa grass after wrapping the rotten fish? That kusa grass also become a rotten, very bad smell. When you associate with the fool, you are automatically, you follow them, and you always doing what they are doing. They doing wrong thing, you also follow that wrong thing. Then your life also become very smelly, just like kusa grass wrapped in the rotten fish. And there was another flowers in the Buddha's time called Thagara. Very very good smell, fragrance flower. So Buddha gives an example. If you wrap a normal leaves, using normal leaves, if you wrap that Thagara flower using normal leaves, it's just like you associate with the wise people. So normal leaves also become very fragrant after wrapping that Thagara flowers. So when you associate with the wise people, you naturally become good fragrance. You naturally become a nice person. So this doesn't mean then everyone follow this way. Let's say we are at the beginning foolish. So then how to associate with the wise? Because wise don't like to associate with us. Isn't it? So both this here we have to understand, we have to help other people. If you find somebody is immoral, you find somebody is less virtuous, less generous, somebody less spiritual advanced, it doesn't mean that you have to reject them or you have to chase them away. No, you have to advise them. You have to do whatever help you can do to them, those who are less spiritually advanced. If you find somebody fool, you make them wise when you associate. But be mindful, you not follow them. They have to follow you. That means that you don't enforce or don't force to follow you. But if they are receptive, you can help them. If they are willing to listen to you, then you can help them to be more wiser people. And if you find somebody is a wise person, always try to associate with that people, follow that people. So these two things is a foundation, very strong pillars for our spiritual growth in our life. Whatever we do in our life also, as a lay person, we need to find good people who associate, not to follow the foolish people or these immoral people. So it is very important to find these two. If you find these, follow these two advices, this is the starting of your blessing life as a blessing life, meaningful life. Because this is the foundation, and because this once you are having good friends, spiritual friends, they always show you the good path. If you do mistake, they will show you. So those who are immoral friends, if you do mistake or if you do something wrong, they encourage. They ask you to do more and more. So that is the nature of the foolish people. So this is very good advice for us, our life to have a blissful life. Asevanacha balanang and panditanacha sevana. And pujaja pujaniyanam is those who are worthy to honor. So Buddha is the most worthy person in this world to honor. So we need to do a puja. Puja is two kinds. One is in material offering, materially supporting, and spiritual supporting. We have puja, two puja, amisa puja and pratipatti puja. Amisa puja is, if you find somebody worthy to honor, for the puja, you have to do materially offering, just like you offering dana to the sangha, just like you offering flowers and candles to the Buddha. But more important offering, more important puja is you follow their teaching, pratipatti puja, or using their qualities, bringing their qualities and virtues into your life. So best puja to the Buddha is, you can offer all these things to Buddha as well, which is also great meritorious deeds. But best offering to the Buddha, best puja is to follow the Buddha's teaching, to bring the Buddha's virtues, qualities into our life. That is the best puja. So if you find somebody who's worthy to honor, don't hesitate to honor. And especially after the three jewels, Bodhidharma Sangha, the best honor people is in our life is our parent. To honor the parents in a proper manner. Okay, so that is the first advice from the first verses of the advice of the Buddha. Then we go to the second. Patirupadesa vasocha pubbecha kata punyata atta samma panidita etam mangala muttama. Okay, we practice that one also. Recite after me. Patirupadesa vasocha pubbecha kata punyata atta samma panidicha etang mangala muttamang. Again, patirupadesa vasocha. Recite after me. Yeah. Recite after me. Patirupadesa vasocha pubbecha kata punyata atta samma panidicha etang mangala muttamang. Okay, this is another three factors for blessing. Patirupadesa vasocha, to reside in a suitable locality. Pubbecha kata punyata, having done a meritorious deeds in the past. Atta samma panidicha, to have set oneself on a right course towards emancipation. And etam mangala muttaman, these are the supreme blessing. Yeah, the first one is patirupadesa vasocha, living in a proper place. So in the commentaries it says a proper place is where the four sanghas, four groups of the Buddha Sasana was living in. Bhikkhu, Bhikkhuni, Upasaka, Upasika. Where there are Bhikkhu, Bhikkhuni, Upasaka, Upasika. So now you have already this blessing. You have the temples, you have the Buddha statue, you have the Dhamma, you have the Sangha, and you can learn and practice the Buddha's teaching. So this is actually can be considered a very good locality you all are living, because there are certain people they living they very far away from the Buddha's teaching. If you're born like in the African continent, So they don't have access to the Buddha. Some people never even heard about the Buddha. They don't know who is the Buddha, what is the Dharma, or what is the Sangha. They know any idea because they are constantly struggle for the living. So Patirupadesa is one thing, is materially good location and also spiritually good location. So we have this material, enough material to survive our life. Especially in Malaysia, I think the Malaysian people are quite very lucky people. In nowadays Malaysia, everywhere got Buddhist temple. And there are so many monks coming from all over the world. All this Thailand, Burma, Sri Lanka, even European countries, you see. I think even today also there are many, the monks are living here. And we have opportunity to listen Dhamma every day. I think today, almost every Buddhist center have at least Dhamma talk or some sharing. So we have opportunity to offer the dana to the Sangha. So we have all opportunities to practice the Buddha's teaching. So if you not practice, it's really unfortunate situation. And since we have all the facilities, and there are certain places in the world, so people, even though they have Buddha's teaching around, they don't have much time to pay attention to the teaching because they struggle with the day-to-day life. They have to find its survival needs first. They have to find the food, they have to find the water to survive first. If there are too much scarcity, if they have too much, have to struggle with all these things, they no opportunity to come to the temple. But luckily here we have, if we didn't work one day, we still can survive, right? If we didn't work even the whole 1 week, still we can survive. So we can come to the temple, we can spend more time to investigating our own self, investigating more meaning to the life. So this is already a blessing to the life. So we already have this blessing. And second one is Pubbecha Kata Punyata. Of course, this one we already have. That is why you are here today, in this place, with aircon, with the nice place, we have the Pubbecha Kata Punya, we have the previous good karma. We always reaping our previous good karma. We have today to eat something. We have a place to stay, rather than staying outside in the hot sun. We have a proper place, proper food. These are all the result of our good karma. Don't underestimate your good karma ever, because there are outside people. There are so many people, they can't even find the food today, find the place to stay. So we need to really be grateful to our own good karma, our own blessing that we already have, rather than complaining. Complaining so many things, even though we're complaining about the government, even though we're complaining about those who are rulers. Actually, if you compare with the other countries, still maybe you have better opportunity, better improving, but still you have a good life. I think most of the people, 90% of the people have good life. Goods mean, always depend on the person to person. Where is our enough? Where is our the enough line? So, Buddha said, if you have a place to stay, if you have something to eat today, if you have good health at this moment, that itself consider it's good enough. So we have these two blessings to our life in order to have a blissful life or meaningful life. If you don't have a proper place, if you're born in somewhere in the war-torn country, like in Afghanistan or all this, the Iraq, Iran, every day the shell going, every day bombing, and there is so the terrible place, and they don't have enough place to stay. Don't have food, don't have water, It's not a good locality. But we have these two blessings, which is fundamental for a good life, to have a blissful life. So now we already living in that blissful situation. So we have these two qualities to practice Buddha's teaching, or to have a more blissful life, to have a more blessing. So what we can do is, since we already have it, we have to continue that one. If we are here because of our good karma in the past, and we have to accumulate more and more merits, doing more good deeds, doing more helping other people. Because of we help others, because of we become more good deeds, we done more good deeds, we are here today. So if you want to happen this one today in the future as well, we have to continue the good deeds, accumulating merits for the next life. Even though there is next life or not, it's always good to doing good deeds. So maybe you all enlighten in this life, there is no more next life. But we cannot guarantee. We cannot guarantee we will enlighten this life or not. Because maybe we don't have enough merits to enlighten in this life. So it is safe, always safe, to do more merits, more good deeds in this life, to continue our blessing. So always the happiness is come from our good deeds, good karma. So this need to continue. And Atta Samma Panidicca is it's just like you have to set yourself into the right course. So it means that you have to be very strong determination. I will follow this path. I will, no matter what, I will follow the Buddha's teaching. Or you have to make a strong affirmation or resolution in life. I will go in this path. Even though other people are bad, I will be a good person. Even though other people doing wrong thing, I will do the right thing. Even though other people telling lies, I will tell the truth. Even other people are angry, I will be a compassionate, kind person. So this is the resolution we need to make in our life. Strong resolution, strongly go into that path. You're not shaken by any other influence. That this is because sometimes we looks very good Buddhist, and after that, sometimes they go to somewhere else, or maybe when they come to a Buddhist temple and they have very good Buddhists, they think they definitely follow the Buddha's teaching. But when there's some event happen, some conflict happen, and they getting so angry, and they're getting angry about Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, and then sometimes they go to the church or some maybe other religion. There are some people like that. Some small incidents they convert to the other religions, or maybe they do good things to the other people, and then sometimes when we do good things to other people, that person is doing bad things to us. They think that, this is no point of doing good things, no point of being kind to other people, because other people are bad. No, we have to develop our goodness. It's not because of others, it's because of you. If I'm good, it's good for me. So no matter other people's action towards you, other people may be cruel to you. Maybe I don't have to be cruel to that person. So I will be still a good person, kind person to that people. So this is the strong determination. You setting you into the path, and nobody can drag you to the wrong track. So this is also one of the fundamental blessing to the life, fundamental practice that can bring a blessing to our whole life. So these 6 factors we call essential blessing: to avoid the company of fools, to associate with the wise people, to honor those who are worthy of honors, to live in a suitable place, to have done good deeds in the past, and to be on the right path, right track. These are the more important things. That's why I more elaborate it. And now we can go to the other verses. Okay. Fourth one. Repeat after me. Bahu satchancha sippancha Vinayocha susikkito Subhasitacha yavacha Etang mangala muttamang. Together. Baho satchancha sippancha Vinayocha susikkito Subhasita chaya vacha etang mangala muttamang. So if we go to the meaning, Bahu Satchancha Sippancha, having vast learning and perfect handicraft. Handicraft here means that any skill, any skill, whatever the skills may be required for the profession, required for the living. And Bahu Satchancha is actually vast learning. Vast learning is not the book learning actually. It includes the book learning as well, but it is more like accumulated knowledge, the life experience. That includes the knowing the Dhamma. Knowing the Dhamma is a real knowledge, real learning in life about experience about it. That's why the more we become older, the more we have, the more matured about the world. So this vast learning is getting the experience and learning from the life through the everywhere. When you associate with the people, when you're in the market, when you're in the school, when you're in the hospital, all this life experience, the knowledge from the other people, knowledge from the past. Maybe our our parents and our grandparents, they are very wise people. Sometimes we think the olden days people are ignorant. No, actually, you see all this miracle, all this world. Some miracles did do. Now we have all the machine and all the knowledge we have, but ancient days they did all this miracle without any machine and all these things. So even those accumulated knowledge from the past, accumulated knowledge from our generation is also part of this vast learning. So this Bahu Satchancha is vast learning from the all around, well-rounded knowledge about life. And Sippancha is having skills to the life. So you see now Buddha slowly moving into the daily life to increase the people's life more happier, to have a more sophisticated life. So learning from the society, from the world, and many learning and the developing skills. This is also one of the very important things, especially for the children, especially for the young one. We need to accumulate kind of skills to living. In one sutta, verses, Buddha said, when we are young, if we do not practice any skills, or either we do not practice the renounce life. Either we have to renounce life, they don't need to have any skills, then they can practice wholly about the Buddha, the spiritual path. If you don't become a monk, you have to practice some skills. Otherwise, at the end of the day, Buddha said, just like there are some the birds who are catching the fish to eat. So these birds in the lake is going to sinking, and no water anymore. The lake is drying. And the birds become more and more older, and he cannot fly. Just like old birds living in a drying lake. One day, we don't have anything to do. We are already old, nothing to do, so very helpless. So Buddha said, if you are young, either you have to be a monk, either you have to find some skills to living. Otherwise, it's just like that bird, the old birds living in the lake. So we have to have a blessing to the life, we need to learn. We need to study hard. We need to learn different skills for our profession, for whatever we're doing in life. And Vinayocha Susikkito should having disciplined, highly trained discipline, and Susikkito is more the Vinayo is actually is more like the principle to the life, and Susikkito is well mannered and with discipline. And Subhasitata Yavacha, the pleasant speech. When we're talking, we need to have more pleasant speech. This is one of the very good skill to those who are young people. If you want to be a blissful life, when you speak pleasantly, when you speak nicely and kindly, more people naturally come to you. More people will help you. But always if you're talking false lies and always talking about wrong thing, harsh words, then people don't like you. People try to ignore you. So this is, if you speak good words, that is a blessing to the life. Aneta Mangala Muttama. And fifth one, repeat after me. Mata pitu upattanang putta darasa sangaho anakulacha kammanta etam mangala muttamang. This is also the three factors: supporting father and mother, supporting parents, and cherishing wife and children, putta darasa sangaho, anakulacha kammanta, peaceful occupation. This is supreme blessing. Okay, we recite together this one again. Mata pitu upattanang punta darasa sangaho anakulacha kammanta etang mangala muttamang. Next one. Danancha dhammacharyacha Nyatakanancha sangaho Anavajjani kammani Etam mangala muttamang. Get together. Danancha dhammacharyacha Nyatakanancha sangaho Anavajjani kammani etang mangala muttamang. Danancha dhammacharyacha is generosity. Danam dhammacharyacha, righteous conduct. Nyatakanancha sangaho, helping relatives. In the previous verses, Buddha said helping to the mother and father and the family members. This one is helping to the relatives. Anavajjani kammani is blameless action. Blameless action in the life. So this is the supreme blessing. And next one. Arati virati papa Majjapanacha sanyamo Appamadocha dhammesu Etang Mangala Muttamang. Arati Virati Papa, to cease and abstain from the evil. Majjapanata Sanyamo, forbearance with respect to the extent. So anyhow, the Majjapanata Sanyamo is to not to having intoxicant. Yeah. And Apamadocha Dhammesu, the Apamadesu is a heedlessness and being mindful about in the life. And what is here mentioned? To cease the abstain from the evil, forbearance of the respect to intoxicant, steadfastness in virtues. What's the meaning of steadfastness? Do you know? Yeah, I think the best word I'll find there. Very firm. Yeah. It's firm, and apamado is actually more like heedfulness is more be mindful and always being controlled in your speech, your thoughts, speech, and your bodily action, rather than being washed away from your emotion. Always being mindful and vigilant in your action, in your mental, verbal, and bodily action. Yeah. Okay, the next one. Garavocha nivatocha Santutthicha katang nyuta Kalena dhamma savanang Etang mangala muttamang. Together. Garavocha nivatocha Santutthicha katang nyuta Kalena dhamma savanang Etang mangala muttamang. Garavocha is reverence, Nipako is humility or humbleness, Santutti in being contented what is already have, and Katanyuta being a grateful person, being gratitude, bearing a gratitude, and Kalena Dhamma Savanang, timely hearing the Dhamma. Timely hearing Dhamma, sometimes when we hear the Dhamma, sometimes we need to hear in a proper time. Even when we're saying to the Dhamma to somebody else, we have to tell it in a proper time. If you wrong time you listen or tell to others, it's not effective. Sometimes they find it's not, might be resentful ideas. So we need to prepare to listen to Dhamma. Otherwise it's waste, because to learn to Dhamma, especially Dhamma, is we need to have a reflective mind. So if you in proper time, if you listen or if you teach to others, it's not effective. So we need to have a proper time. Kalena is a good time, proper time to listen to Dhamma. Okay, the next one. Kanticha sova chassata Samananancha dasanang Kalena dhamma sakaccha Etang mangala muttamang. Together. Kanticha sova chassata Samananancha dasanang Kalena dhamma sakaccha Etang mangala muttamang. Kanti is a patient, being patient. Kanticha, Sova Chasata is being easy to advise. It's also one of the very important qualities we need to practice, easy to advise. Some people, how much they have weaknesses, more you try to help them, they become more angry because this is very difficult to advise. So if you are like that, so nobody can correct you. So you also never, be a good person. You never see that weaknesses, so nobody can advise also. Samana Nanchadasanang, a sight of the samanas is a blessing, holy man. So ancient days it considers misfortune. It's not a good sight, but Buddha said, seeing monks or the samanas, holy men, is a kind of blessing. And Kale in a Dhamma Sakacha, like we timely listen the Dhamma, timely discuss the Dhamma as well. The 10th one. Tapocha brahmacharyancha Arya Sachana Dasanang Nibbana Sachi Kiriyacha Etang Mangala Muttamang. Together. Tapocha brahmacharyancha Arya Sachana Dasanang Nibbana Sachi Kiriyacha Etang Mangala Muttamang. Tapocha is self-control, brahmacharya is living a noble life, Arya Sachana Dasanang realizing the noble truths, Nibbana Sachikiriyacha, attainment of Nibbana. This is supreme blessing. Puttasa loka dhammehi Chittang yasana kampati Asokang virajang kemang Etang mangala muttamang. Together. Puttasa loka dhammehi Chittang yasana kampati Asokang virajang kemang Etang mangala muttamang. Puttasa loka dhammehi, he whose mind does not waver by the contact with the worldly condition. In life there are good things, bad things, there are good people, bad people, sometimes profit, sometimes loss, sometimes blame, sometimes praise, So if you can stay unshaken all the time with the worldly condition, the world always have bad side and good side. So if you always looking and we always expecting good side only, we easily get disappointed. So if you can stay peaceful or equanimity, even when there's a bad things also, when the bad people also, when the bad time, if we can stay, that is a blessing. That is a strength to the life that bring us a more blessing and meaningful life. Chittang yasana kampati, he's sorrowless, stainless and secure. Asokang virajang kemang. This is supreme blessing. The last one. Eta disani katwana Sabbata maparajita Sabbata soting gachanti Tante sang mangala muttamanti. So fulfilling matters such as these, everywhere invincible, in every way secure, these are the supreme blessings. So when we practice above qualities, whenever we go, wherever we are, it's become invisible blessing to our life. So if you practice above 38 factors in our life, the blessing factors, definitely our life becomes secure, because we are living according to the Dhamma, according to the no harm to the other people. It's more harmonious living. So our life, when we secure other people's life, when we bring harmonious to other people and ourselves, our life automatically becomes secure, and our life become more blessing. So because the factors, bring, it's all around our life actually, about the career, about our day-to-day life, about our family. You see here, mention everything. To how to take care of the family, how to deal with the relatives, how to have a good life, how to have occupation, and what are the qualities you need to go beyond that to be more patient, be more, not shaken by all these things. So it's a very balanced life when you practice those 38 factors. Everywhere you are secure. Wherever you go, you are blessed. So this is the last verse saying. Okay, we go back to we already passed the time, but we try to chant one time from the beginning. We recite together. Evang me sutang ekang samayang bhagava sāvantiyang viharati jetavane anāta pindikansa ārāme atako anyatara devata abhikantaya rattiya abhikantavanna kevala kampang jetavanang obasenva yena bhagavate nupasangkami upasangkaminva bhagavantang Abhivadenva ekamantang antasi ekamantang titakosa devata bhagavantang gataya ajabasi Bahudeva manusaca mangalani acintayong akangkamana sottanang bruhi mangalamuttamang asivanaca balanang Panditananca sevana pujaca pujaniyantang etang mangala muttamang patirupa desa vasoca pumbeca kata punyata Anta samma panidhica etang mangala bahu sancanca simpanca vinayoca susikito subhasitaca yavaca etang mangala muntamang Mata pitu upattanang punta daransa sanggaho anakula cakamanta etang manggala muntamang dananca dhammacariyaca nyatakananca sanggaho anavanjani kammani etang manggala muntamang arati virati papa manjapanaca sanyamo ampa garavoca nivatoca santottica galamuntamang khanticha sova cassata samanananca dansana kalena dhammasanaca etang manggala muntamang tapoca brahmacariyanca ariya saccana dassana nibbana sanci kiriyaca etang manggala muntamang asokang wirajang kemang etang manggala muntamang etadisani katwana sambanta maparajita sambanta sonting gaccanti tang te sang manggala muttamanti. Okay, so there's a little bit printing mistake in verses 7. Arati, virati, papa is both should be the long vowels. Papa, arati, virati, papa. Yeah, both A should be a dash, up. Majjapana cha sanyamo. Okay, so this single sutta can be a disciplinary code or maybe guidelines for the lay people life. So we can practice this one in the day-to-day life, especially there are certain things more relevant to our life. If you find that certain qualities are more relevant into your life, then you can practice it more. Others are sometimes you already have. So this can be guidelines like principal codes for your life. Okay, so time pass, we share the merits. Okay, let us share this merits through Dhamma, listening Dhamma and also Dhamma discussion to do all the devas, all the departed one and all other sentient beings. What's your transfer of merits? Which page? 15. Okay, let us share this merits to all the devas. So this sutta was delivered to Deva, so because of the Deva we listen these factors, so we share the merits to all the Devas. ආකාසට්ඨා ච භුම්මට්ඨා දේවානාගා මහින්దికා පුඤ්ඤන්තං අනුමෝදිත්වා චිරං රක්칸තු ලෝක සාසනං චිරං රක්칸තු දේශනං චිරං රක්칸තු එත්තාවතාච අම්හි සම්පදං පුඤ්ඤ සම්පදං සම්බේ දේවා සබ්බේ සත්තා සම්බේ භූතා අනුමෝදන්තු සම්බ Transformers to departed one. Idang me ñātinang hotu sukita hontu ñātayo. Idang me ñātinang hotu sukita hontu ñātayo. Idang me ñātinang hotu sukita hontu ñātayo. Make your aspiration. Imina punya kammena mami bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yava nibbana patiya. Seeking forgiveness from the triple gem. Kayena vacha chittena pamadena mayakata accayan kamami bante buripanya tathagata kayena vacha chittena pamadena mayakata accayan kamami Sangdittika akalika kayena vacha chittena pamadena mayakata ancayan kamami sangha supatipanna anuttara. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.